Welcome to Video Rental, your retro movie hub. Join us as we rewind through the iconic films of the 70s, 80s, and 90s gems. From cult classics to blockbuster hits and even some infamous flops. We're covering it all. So grab some popcorn, get cozy, and let's dive into the wonderful world of retro cinema together. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here for the final episode of our 40th anniversary of Back to the Future trilogy. How you guys feeling?
Feeling good.
It's
taken us a long time to get through all this because of weather and
A lot of weather.
events going on outside our control. But you know what's really special is the hat that Nathan's wearing right now.
Very special.
Straight from 2015.
Hey, I just got back from vacation from Universal Studios, and they're celebrating the 40th anniversary just like we are, and just happened to roll onto it, and I even found the 40th anniversary T-shirt as well.
Nice. For those of you that aren't watching, Nathan is wearing the Back to the Future 2 rainbow hat. And then he's also got a commemorative Back to the Future 40th anniversary T-shirt exclusive to the parks, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think I haven't. That's the first time I've seen it. So they apparently they had like a big celebration for the 40th
So
down
he's
there.
he's flexing on us this morning.
Hey, I even have the
You know, for all you out there in listening land, if you want to feel old, you know, if Back to the Future was to happen today, he would go back to 1996.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it's getting brutal, isn't it? Yeah, I just had a 42nd birthday, and I'm definitely feeling it in more ways than one.
I'm actually about to turn 40 this year, so
I'd like to tell you it gets better, but I mean, Exhibit A right here.
Getting old ain't for sissies, I'll tell you that.
hey, we're all still here, so that's all that matters, right? We're still going. All right, so on today's episode, we're going to be covering Back to the Future 3, 1990. Would you guys say you probably saw it around the time you saw maybe part 2?
Yeah, I remember watching this on cable TV, on probably TBS or TNT, one of those marathon, back to back to back, and seeing 2 and 3 pretty much close together. Yeah, that was my introduction.
I don't think I saw 3 for a while.
Yeah.
I don't think I caught 3 right away.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably saw it around the same time. I mean, probably saw all of them probably around the same time.
Because I know 2 and 3, they come up pretty quick together.
Yeah, what was it, like just 2-year difference or something like that?
But I think they were a year apart, right?
Yeah, year apart. Yeah, 89 and 90. Yeah, that's right.
They filmed them both at the same time.
Same time. Yeah. Because what was it, a 5-year difference from the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
If you watch the end of Back to the Future Part 2, it actually shows a little trailer at the end of that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Teasing Part 3.
Part 3.
So they already had it filmed, and they just
Yeah.
put in a little teaser there.
So they did it way before Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if that was in theaters. Like if you saw it in theaters, they had the little trailer for Part 3. Or
I know it's on the DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if they added it later or anything. But we'll never know. All right. So
That's it. No.
So I'm going to read the plot. So stranded in 1955, Marty McFly learns about the death of Doc Brown in 1885 and must travel back in time to save him. With no fuel ready available for the DeLorean, the two must figure out how to escape the Old West before Emmett is murdered.
There you go. A lot happens in between there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. Cliff notes.
Yeah. Derek, do you want to read us some vitals on the movie?
So the movie was released May 25th, 1990, with an IMDb score of 7.5. Tomato meter giving it a critic score of 79% and an audience score of 78%. Normally you don't see that much agreement. There you have it. With a budget of $40 million, this movie brought in total box office $245 million.
So they did okay. They did okay.
Yeah, I'd
Well,
say.
I think by the end, the trilogy wound up being a $1 billion, I think, close to $1 billion franchise.
Well, how did they split with the budget like that? If you got two movies, you film at the same time. I mean, they really got a lot of bang for the buck here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A nice runtime of an hour and 58 minutes. I'd say the bulk of that is spent on the train scene.
Yeah.
It seems like that's a pretty long scene. It doesn't drag, but it's the total climax of the movie. It's rated PG. Speaking of the pacing of the movie, I felt like it's very much in line with the other two. There's never a moment where I feel like, oh man, I wish they would speed this up. I feel like there's good pacing. Of course, a big part of this movie is also spent building the love story between Doc and his future bride to be.
Which I feel like that was a good way to go with it because I mean, Marty has his future love, so I feel like this was a good way to wrap up Doc's story.
Very good. The tagline of the movie: "They've saved the best trip for last, but this time they may have gone too far." So this is cool because it gets you outside of 2015, 1985, and 1955.
Right.
And they sort of tease this, don't they? 1885, the Old West. Doesn't Doc make a comment in one of the movies about the Old West?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. He says something about going back to the Old West and.
Well, in part two, when Marty went up to the Biff's hotel, and, he was in that little museum. They tease Biff's ancestor from the Old West in it. Like they show was it Mad Dog?
Mad Dog
they're
Tannen.
From his ancestor of Mad Dog Tannen.
Yeah.
And it's not the actor, but it was just a tease.
Yeah. I feel like Doc says something in one of the movies.
He said something about the Old West. I remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
He has like a romanticized.
View of it.
Yeah.
His thoughts of it.
Yeah.
All right. And so, of course, the cast, not much introduction here needed since we already know them very well. There are a few new additions. We have Michael J. Fox coming back to play his role as Marty McFly. Christopher Lloyd, once again, playing the lovable madcap scientist. And then we also meet Mary Steenburgen. And she plays the opposite love interest for Doc.
She is married to Ted Danson, right? I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that.
We know it now.
Yeah, apparently they've been married since like the 80s. Still going strong, apparently.
Mary Steenburgen of Parenthood, Who's Eating Gilbert Grape, Philadelphia, Clifford, Nixon, Elf, Step Brothers, and The Help. Now, my kids love the movie The Elf, and it's on repeat at Christmas time. I don't remember her being in that movie.
I think she's the mom, like the what's his name that's in it? The dad.
You're talking about Elf's dad.
Yeah, from Godfather.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I got you.
That's it. It was his wife in it. Yeah.
Maybe I just need to watch the movie more closely.
And the funny thing with Elf is like it's okay. It's not a bad movie. It's one of those like
I know
I'll
him.
watch maybe every 5 years or something.
Yeah,
I'd rather
I'm
watch
good.
other Christmas movies.
You can probably quote it.
It's hard for me to watch Elf because I've seen Anchorman.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like it's hard to see Will Ferrell in any other way.
Innocent elf.
Yeah.
I have a library with many leather-bound books.
Also in the cast, we have Leah Thompson returning, Tom Wilson playing the role of Mad Dog Tannen, Elizabeth Shue. Doug, please stop your heart from palpitating now.
I'll try to keep myself calm here.
James Tolkien, not Tolkien, but James Tolkien. Also, Screenplay, once again, Rob Zemeckis and Bob Gale. Produced by Bob Gale, Kathleen Kennedy, Frank Marshall, Steven Spielberg, an all-star lineup of producers there. Music, Alan Silvestri. They filmed this movie a lot in California, Utah, and Arizona, specifically Red Hill Ranch in Sonora. And as we already mentioned, they were filming part 2 and part 3.
Yeah.
Back to back. One thing about part 3 that probably was good for a lower budget was they didn't have to travel far.
Right.
Yeah.
To shoot it. I do know from watching the DVD and watching the special features that they built that town
Yeah.
from the ground up.
The original Hill Valley.
The original Hill Valley,
Yeah.
like the main street and the saloon and all the shops and everything.
That was probably where the budget was
Yeah.
building that
Building the town.
original.
Yeah,
town.
and the clock tower
Yeah.
they built that too.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
wonder how many DeLoreans they had to use.
I don't know. I didn't find anything else about it, so I don't know. So,
Of course, the movie was put out by Universal Pictures and Amblin Entertainment, directed by the great Robert Zemeckis. Let's talk about some trivia here as we're moving briskly through our information here today. Actor and former President Ronald Reagan was originally approached to play the part of Mayor Hubert because of his fondness for the first film in the trilogy. He reluctantly turned down the role, and the part went to Hugh Gillen instead. Had Reagan appeared, it would have marked his first appearance in a film in nearly 30 years.
the actor?
Yeah.
That would have been hilarious, though.
It would have been a funny, like, bringing it full circle, almost like meta. It's going meta on itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have been cool. Clint Eastwood was asked for permission about his name being used for Marty in the film, and he consented and was said to be tickled by the homage. I saw where Clint Eastwood just celebrated like a 94th birthday.
Dude's still
or something.
going.
Yeah.
He's still going strong. But yeah, that's a clever, fun little thing where, Marty appears in 1885 and they ask him who he is and he gives the name Clint Eastwood. And then, of course, he takes the trick from Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
The steel.
With,
What a stupid name.
yeah.
Like-
So it's kind of funny because that's kind of an echo of the first movie where he calls himself Calvin Klein.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he
Oh, yeah.
he always assumes these funny alias names.
It's funny, he's never himself in any of the movies. It's always somebody else. He's either playing his own son in the second one, or Calvin Klein in the first one, or Clint Eastwood in this one.
Yeah.
I guess they thought that would be like too paradoxical.
Yeah.
Keep meeting somebody named Marty all
Yeah.
over the place.
How about this? Maybe you trivia lovers out there don't know this one, but the part of Seamus McFly was originally written for Crispin Glover, who was also offered to return as George McFly in part 2. And if you haven't listened to our previous episodes, go listen because we talk about why Crispin Glover did not come back. But the gag would have been that Glover and Leah Thompson were again playing a couple. But now in 1885 instead of 1985. However, Glover felt that the salary offered to him was too low. This guy, he's just... Do you understand your value, bro? After which, the scripts for part 2 and 3 were rewritten, and Michael J. Fox was cast as Seamus, which I think actually works out pretty funny and pretty well because he plays Michael J. Fox plays his younger self and his older self in part 2, and then he plays his ancestor here in part 3.
How'd you like that accent?
I think he does okay with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not flawless.
Yeah, I think it works.
But it's passable. It's not terrible.
It works for the little screen time that he has in it. I mean, and I actually heard people complain, and they were like, "Well, that's kind of weird that it's Michael J. Fox and then it's his mom." And I'm like, "That's why." Just go with it. It's plausible that his great grandfather looks like Marty. You know, just go with it.
You got people thinking too hard
yeah,
up there.
Yeah, definitely.
So that does it for the trivia.
Thanks, Derek. Doug, do you want to tell our audience what people think about this movie?
I will absolutely tell people what they think. I will do that. All right. Let's see. This guy's 4 out of 10. They should have stopped after the last trip on the time machine. Boo. November 13th, 2005. I think it was time to retire the old time machine. The second film got away with being decent. But this film went too far, and the villain is not a strong character. The film is more like a Western with Native Americans.
What?
Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, no. The film is more like a Western with Native Americans, cowboys, and runaway trains. Yes, it is packed with action, but is missing that extra edge that the other two films had. It also replaced the comedy element by becoming a little more serious. In short, it just did not do it for me and is not a very good film. It weakens the trilogy, in my opinion. I'm glad they retired the time machine after this to prevent even worse films capitalizing off the title.
Yes, your opinion.
Oh, boy. It's a Western with Native American.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there even one Indian in the entire?
When Marty first
When he
goes
first
out.
shows up, and that's how he gets the arrow.
Oh yeah. But they're not like the speaking role or anything.
No. They're all
Yeah.
on horseback.
Yeah.
running toward him.
They're
Yeah.
running from the cavalry.
Yeah. Let's see what this guy says. 8 out of 10. A great ending to a trilogy. Saphis 74. December 1st, 2025. Wow, very recent.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the Future 3 is a nice laid-back ending to the trilogy. I really love the shift to the Wild West. It gives the movie unique charm and a completely different vibe from the first two. Doc gets a lot more focus here, and seeing him fall in love was actually really wholesome. The humor is still great, and the train sequence at the end is a fun change of pace from the usual time travel chaos. It's not as sharp or energetic as the first two, but is warm, satisfying conclusion that wraps everything up nicely.
I can go along with that.
Yeah. And this guy, whew, one out of 10.
1 out of 10.
Dull and empty in the
Oh.
extreme, Mr. David Drogan.
Well, clearly he gave this rating during when? Doug?
Oh, yeah, December 12th, 2020.
So he,
So he was stuck behind the computer for a while.
yeah.
The whole middle of the middle section of the movie is pointless.
Yeah, that's his review.
That's it?
That's his review.
Your review is pointless.
I thought there was more.
No, I saw that. I was like, yeah, let's just do that one.
Okay. No. Who done this one?
Well, that's Ebert's.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the last one.
Okay, this last one from Normal People. 10 out of 10 lives up to the original Friskies Man. He must have a lot of cats.
Yeah.
April 13th, 2003. I agree that most of the time sequels to great movies are no good. Get to the third installment and it's become a joke, usually. Mm-hmm. One of the lone exceptions to this rule is Back to the Future Part 3. It's just a perfect movie, entertaining, intelligent, and funny. It's a hoot for fans of the first movie. Back to the Future is one of the franchises where all three movies are worthy of your attention.
Indeed.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
agree with that. All right, finally, we're going to see what Mr. Ebert says. The professional. Let's see. Back to the Future 3 is a routine Western comedy lacking the time travel complexities of its predecessors. Marty McFly travels back to the Old West to rescue Doc Brown, who fell in love with Clara and must return to his own time. The film's West is a sitcom version filled with cliches, but the Doc-Clara romance adds sweetness. The movie's linear plot feels like a step down from previous installments, with Zemeckis and Gale relying on the standard Western tropes. 2.5 out of 4 stars.
Dude. I don't think the plot being simple, though,
Is a
reason why you count it down. And
Well, the way I look at it is,
I mean-
I feel like they went up, like with the craziness of part 2,
yeah.
but then they kind of calmed things back down for this one, sort of on the same level of calmness of the first one. If I don't know if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
No, that totally makes sense.
So they started here, then they went up crazy, and then kind of like
If
ended
they
things
went
calm.
crazy with the third one, people would have complained about that.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
People will always find something to complain
yes.
about.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes.
But I think just because a story is simple, that doesn't mean you detract, because sometimes that's great.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, look at Castaway. It's like the most simple plot. Man gets on deserted island and survives. Like,
Yeah.
it's so simple.
Yeah.
With a volleyball thrown in the mix.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that but it's childish or elementary because
No.
it has a simple plot. I think sometimes that is very elegant. And,
Unless you're Christopher Nolan.
Right.
wow. Yeah. I don't think there is a Christopher Nolan movie that has a simple
plot.
No,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
have to
think so.
really. Those are thinkers.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I can't really think of one. I was gonna say like maybe the Dark Knight trilogy, but those are probably
No.
his most simple movies, and they're not simple at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he has one. All right,
okay.
you guys want to start our scene by scene?
Take off,
Let's do it.
Scene 1. Doc wakes up confused at home and records. Marty shows him letters from 1885 and finds the DeLorean's storage. That doesn't make sense. Why didn't I read over this again? He finds Doc's grave and learns was killed by Mad Dog Tannen. Marty hides the DeLorean in a cave but finds the fuel line hit by an arrow. A bear chases him. He falls into a fence and is knocked out.
All right, so actually to start this movie, you've got to go back to the ending of part 2 because part 2 ends on a cliffhanger,
Yeah.
and that's where the DeLorean is struck by lightning, right? And then Doc is sent presumably to 1885.
Yeah.
And then the Western Union guy comes in the rain, and
I
it's
thought
Marty
that was
there
a cool little.
with the letter.
Yeah.
From 1885, and says, "Oh, we've had a bet going on for so many years in the office whether you'd be here or not."
It's hilarious. I know we talked about this before, but it's hilarious they would keep it that long. I mean,
Yeah,
what is that? 50 years?
yeah,
Yeah.
50 years, yeah.
So from 1885, and then he receives it in 1955.
70 years. 70 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's early, y'all. We're still under caffeinated.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Working on it.
So, but that's really where the seed of the next,
Yes.
where the third movie is planted, and then of course Marty takes the letter to Doc, 1955 Doc.
And Doc freaks out.
Yeah.
Well, that's because
like,
he's still taking down the stuff
yeah.
from
From
where
part
they
one.
just left.
Yeah, from part 1.
Yeah,
He's like, I just sent you back. He's like, I know you did, but I'm back. Great Scott. And then passes out. And then
Because Marty thought he died. He thought the lightning vaporized him. You know, the first
Yeah.
thing in his mind, he thought, "Oh no," because it had the ribbon falling down. You know, real slowly with
Yeah.
the burn end on it.
yeah. So we see Marty taking him back to his house, and it's kind of a slow part, like where they kind of play some music, and you see a little more of Doc's house, and then you hear him. What is it? Is it Howdy Doody comes on the TV?
yeah.
And he's like, "Howdy Doody, how did I get back here?" And he starts like trying to rationalize how he got back to the house. he's trying to think of all these different. Well, maybe the lightning made me transport back to my house. You know, he's trying to come up with so many different scenarios. And then Marty in the background, you see him walking around. He grabs the letters from the fireplace because they're drying out, and scares the crap out of Doc. Because Doc still thinks it was all just a.
Yeah, he thinks he's gone. He
gone.
still thinks Morty's gone.
And I do love the scene, the part there where he's trying to Marty is trying to convince Doc that it's really him, that he's not fake or something, that's not in his mind.
It's almost like a replay when they first meet in Back to the Future Part 1.
Right.
Yeah.
I love he goes because he's I can't even remember exactly what he says, but Doc speaks so fast and he slams the bathroom door, and then Marty is trying to explain to him what happened, and he's like, "It's funny, future boy. Pretty much, how'd you come back, or how do you know I would die back in the Old West?" And he's like, "You sent me a letter."
Yeah.
And that's when he starts reading the letter, and actually believes him this time.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, which is a cool tie back to the whole Marty sending Doc a letter.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that. So then they have to do a little bit of research. And this is where the next plot is set up, which would be we got to go back and reconnect with Doc in 1885.
Well, they could find the location where the DeLorean's at, so they can send Marty back to. Because I think at the point he's not going to go back and try to save him, right?
Right, because you got to think, okay, they're in 1955. The DeLorean doesn't exist in that timeline.
Right.
The DeLorean has been sent to 1885.
Right.
At which point, 1885 Doc has to hide it in a cave.
Yeah.
And we said this was simple, right?
Yeah.
And so then they have to go to said cave and
nobody
unearth
can
it.
find it.
For 70 years.
Yeah. That's something you just don't think too hard about. you know?
Yeah.
Just accept it. So 1885, Doc hides that so that 1955 Marty,
It's
just
actually very
actually
confusing.
which is actually 1985 Marty.
It's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
complicated.
Okay, we've totally
can
Christopher
find it.
Nolan this movie.
Can find it. And then 1955 Doc has to figure out a way to make it work.
Yeah, because the 1985 Doc has plans how to fix it with 1955 parts.
Yeah. Because remember, it got fried in
Yes.
the circuits and everything
Yeah.
gets fried in the lightning strike.
And because the
He
whole
has to figure out
plan,
how to rewire it.
yes, the whole plan is he wants to get Marty back to his time. That's the whole plan for Doc. He wants to get him back. So he gives the 55 Doc. Man, this is
Yeah.
he gives the 55 Doc plans to fix.
Schematics.
And I love the fact that when they're looking through it, and I love the tires are all melted off
Oh,
from
yeah.
the
Just
lightning bolt.
deteriorated, yeah.
He looks at it and he's like, "Well, I see the problem," and it says Japan. He's like,
Made in Japan.
He's like, "What are you talking about, Doc? All the great things are made in Japan." And I don't remember what Doc says, but he's like, he thinks that's a big issue back in 1955.
But I love that huge circuit board
Yes,
that he has to make.
It's probably
It's the
bigger than
size of the hood,
yeah.
which kind of makes you think about old appliances and old
Yeah.
technology, how everything was big and clunky.
Yeah, I actually have a Hot Wheel of it. I think you did.
Yeah,
you
I've
get
got
one
it too.
recently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love that huge circuit board. It's got like transistor radio parts in it, and
that's
vacuum
cool.
tubes.
Those are awesome. So when they're loading the DeLorean onto a tow truck, and so he goes and tries to find what was the dog? Copernicus?
Einstein.
Was it Einstein back then in 55?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's kept naming him Einstein.
Okay. But then this is where Marty finds Doc's grave from 1885.
Yeah.
And he's like, Doc! And this is when, like, Doc freaks out. It's like he sees his ghost. Mm-hmm. And he's like, Marty, don't stand there. Mm-hmm. And so this is where the plan comes.
This is where the plot changes.
That Marty is, instead of going back to 1985, he's going to go and rescue him from 1885 and bring him back.
Mm-hmm. But the setup for that is pretty hilarious because Doc tells Marty, "Hey, you're going back to 1885, so you got to look the part." Right, and they go to he has that ridiculous.
Go to a drive-in theater.
He has that ridiculous Wild West setup with the boots and the pink
pastel
shirt.
colors.
I don't think Clint Eastwood wore this. And he's
Yeah.
like, Clint who?
And the 10-gallon hat and everything.
He's like, that's right. You don't know who he is, but you will. Oh yeah, that's pretty hilarious. So they, he sends him. He's like, Doc, if I go through that, I'm gonna run right into those Indians. He's like, you're not thinking, what is it, fourth
Fourth-dimensionally. Yeah.
And he's like,
Because
okay.
it was like a mural.
Yeah.
At the drive-in.
Yeah.
So he, which I think it's a really awesome scene, seeing all the 1955 parts on the DeLorean and it actually going back.
Yeah.
With all the new.
And I think it's
stuff.
cool that they do it at a drive-in because that was a thing in 1955.
Oh, yeah.
That was huge.
And they put white wall tires.
And it makes sense that they do the Wild West because think about how big Westerns were in that time period.
Oh, yeah.
Like that was a huge genre in film.
Well, I mean, where else could you really go?
Yeah.
They've already done the future.
Yeah.
They've already done the 50s. Mm-hmm. Why not go back to the Old West? I think this would have been really ridiculous if they went back to the Stone Age
Or
something.
medieval times or something
because
like that. Yeah.
he would have been stuck. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's no electronic parts back then. He would have been really stuck.
Yeah. But we talked about the huge circuit board on the DeLorean. I love the white wall tires, Doug.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah, that's great.
Well, they didn't make low-profile tires back
No.
then. They were all actually balloon-style tires. And just it actually brought a piece of the 50s, white wall.
Yeah.
White walls were the thing, man.
So it's interesting how you get a different version of the DeLorean for each film.
Mm-hmm.
You get 1985 OG DeLorean, and then you get the future version with the flying ability and Mr. Fusion.
Yeah, in this version, you actually get two different versions.
You do, don't you? You get the 1955, and then you get the 1885 version.
Yeah.
It's cool with the train wheels.
Yeah.
On it at the end there.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's really cool.
So and then the time travel scene takes place there at the drive-in, and what's funny is the Indians are actually there.
Yeah. He's like, Indians! And he starts backing up. I love how he's like bouncing on all those weeds and stuff as he's trying to escape them.
Yeah.
It's pretty. Did they raise the DeLorean?
Well, yeah, those tires are so big.
Yeah.
He raised it up. So.
Yeah. And so he backs into the cave because Doc tells him there's a cave over there that he can hide the DeLorean. And the Indians come over him, but then this is where things kind of change. When the Indians were chasing him, they shot an arrow into his fuel tank or the fuel line.
Fuel line, yeah.
And he pulls the arrow, and you just see it gushing out. But then a bear starts chasing him out. Because I feel like if it was gushing out, at least he could
He could have stopped it. Slowed it down.
The bear
something
changed everything.
Yep. So remember, this is 1885, so gasoline
is non-existent.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you guys about that. Could he? This has always been a thing, and I've never really questioned it. But at the same time, could Doc not have been able to, since he was a scientist, make gasoline?
Well, he would have had to have the crude oil.
Crude oil?
They were not pumping it out of the ground.
And then how's he going to fix the fuel line? Because, plastic
There's no
or rubber
rubber.
isn't a thing yet.
Well, if Doc can make a refrigerator back in 1885,
I mean,
I feel like he
I'm
could.
sure he
I was
could
just-
have fixed the fuel
I mean,
line,
it's
but-
not impossible.
No,
the rules of this universe.
I was just thinking because he's a scientist, I felt like he could have made gasoline, but maybe there was something stopping him. But
you remember you're back to the original Doc that built the car,
right, yeah,
so he knows everything about it. So
yeah. I've always thought about that. I was like, couldn't he have just made some? But like you said, he didn't have crude oil, and
yeah, he would have had to do a lot more things to make that
Right.
happen. But
So is this the third time that Marty is knocked out? Because in part one, he's knocked out in the middle of the street, taken inside, and nursed back by his mom in 1955.
yeah, and he gets knocked out in the second
And
one
then
by
part two, he gets
Biff's
knocked out
guys.
again.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this one, yeah.
And this one,
Yeah.
knocked out for a third time, and then ends up in the home of his ancestors.
Yep.
nursed back by his mom, in a way.
In a way.
So what would that
That'd be like
Is
his great grandmother.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So it's pretty funny. All right, you guys want to?
That leads us to scene 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So scene 2, Marty wakes up on the McFly farm and heads to Hill Valley. He encounters Mad Dog Tannen, leading to a chase. There's always a chase in all of them. Mm-hmm. Doc saves Marty from hanging and reveals a hole in the gas tank. Doc devises a plan to use the train to push the DeLorean and saving Clara from a cliff.
All right, so he wakes up in the home of his ancestors, and of course they have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that would have been his grandfather, I guess?
Grandfather,
yeah.
Yeah. And he wets all over him.
Yeah.
Which I think, because the baby pees on him, so the whole time he's walking to Hill Valley, he's got pee-soaked pants. The whole time. I really noticed that in this time. I was like, man, that's got to suck back then.
Well, he probably would have just smelt the part back then if you think about
That's true. He probably was the cleanest person back then.
it. Yeah.
I can't. That's one thing I've always thought about ever time traveling, going back in time. Like for us, if we went back in time, you got to just smell everything, because things are so much cleaner now than they used to be.
Yeah, you'd have to pack a lot of dude wipes, man.
This is also the third dinner scene. Every movie has a dinner scene.
Yeah.
And the first one, it's the family around the television.
Yeah.
In 1955. And the second one, it's the
pizza.
future with the Pizza Hut and all that. and then here we have another dinner scene. They sit down to eat, and it's rabbits. And I love it when he spits out the pellets or the buckshot or whatever.
And you sit in the water.
Yeah, the water's like super brown.
It's like so brown.
Yeah.
So this was another magic moment right here. This is one of probably the final ones of the having multiple people in multiple scenes.
Mm-hmm.
You see him Marty handing the baby to his great grandfather, and it's a cool scene because you see his great grandmother, whatever, walking in front of it, and so that was really cool cut because you got two Martys there, two.
And so this is an echo of part 2 where Marty plays his future self.
Yeah, it's cool.
And way before Nutty Professor, right? Eddie Murphy's playing the whole family.
Yeah. So he's making.
I like to work out, get my metabolism going.
Baby got a little gas.
I need to watch those again. I haven't seen him in a while. So he makes his way to Hill Valley, and this is where we start seeing, was it? Is it Seamus? Is that it? Seamus?
Yeah.
Seamus, yeah.
He gives him a hat, and it's like one of those. What do you call it? It's like I don't even know what you call them. It's not a cowboy hat. It's a boulder hat or something.
Not a boulder hat. What is it? It's an Irish thing. It's it's one Mike had on.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of that? I can't think of the name of it.
But so he starts seeing all like the different things of the beginning of Hill Valley.
Mm-hmm.
And, he sees there's a funeral parlor over there, and then there's them cutting up meat on the streets right over there.
And this is another theme that's replayed again. So in Back to the Future Part 1, you see 1955 version. It's all clean and pristine.
Yeah.
Mr. Sandman.
Total opposite. Everything's dirty in this one.
You get the soda shop.
And that's what I was reading up on that. That bar is the location of the soda shop from the first one.
Yeah. And then in part 2 you get the futuristic version.
Yeah.
Which also has the 1980s cafe. Mm-hmm. And then here, but you get the origin story of Hill Valley, and so you see a different version of it, just like you see different versions of the DeLorean or the family around the table.
Oh, and we get the dark version in Biff's future.
That's right. Yeah.
So there's a whole nother
alternate universe.
It's like a Dark Knight version of it.
Yeah.
And Marty almost gets hit by these guys in a carriage, and he jumps into manure. So this is kind of the first hint of manure.
Yeah. I hate manure.
I hate manure.
So he goes into the bar, and he asks for some, what is it, water? Is it just? He's like, you want water? You go out to the trough. And here we drink whiskey. And it starts steaming a little bit, melting a little bit. And then he asks, this is when we meet Mad Dog comes in.
Yeah.
But he thinks it's Seamus. because of the hat. Mm-hmm. And this is where we get the scene of,
and it's the same replay.
It's
like the same from part one.
It's like being a bully is in Biff's
DNA,
Tannen's DNA of his entire.
Yeah.
And so just like Marty's dad is bullied in the first one, here we have the same thing over again.
Yeah.
Bullying his great grandfather. Yeah.
When I did notice the last time I watched it, I did notice that I feel like in this one, the and in the Old West, that they're more willing to kill people back then than they are. I know, I feel like Biff wants to kill Marty in every single version, but in this one, it's even more typical.
So here's my question for you guys, and maybe you haven't thought about it, but why does this work so well in Back to the Future? It's like we're watching the same movie over and over and over, but with a different variation or a different shade,
different background.
It's the same plot, but it's not. So why does it work so well in this trilogy without becoming boring or old? It just works though.
It does. Yeah,
the magic of it.
It's the eras of it. You would think it's a really intelligent way. You think about the way they did it. You would envision yourself in each different timeline. So they're actually doing that with a cast of characters and putting them in each different era.
Yeah, I guess if it was if every movie was just a different reality, it would get old, I feel like. But the fact that it's a different time period in every single one this happens in.
Yeah. And with Marty being the through line, it's like he's reliving the same thing. It's almost like a Groundhog Day for him. Yeah,
and you got that sense of it's the same character. So at the same time, it's comforting. You enjoyed the first movie. You see the same people, different ways.
Yeah. Have you guys ever thought about how much Marty has gone through just in a week? Have you guys really ever thought about this?
Yeah, because all these movies take place within a matter of days.
Yeah.
I mean, he time traveled, and then he was meeting his parents when they were young, and then he time traveled into the future and met his future kids.
Yeah.
And then he went back in time and almost got killed.
But he spends a week in 1955 in part one.
Yes. And spends a few hours in the future.
Yeah.
And then spends 3 days
and then goes goes to alternate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alternate. 1985.
And then it goes back again to the original start
to
point.
1955 for an evening.
Yeah. Because he's supposed to be like 17 years old, right?
Yeah.
A 17-year-old. This is probably the most unless you go to war. This is probably the most a 17-year-old kid has ever been through. He's been almost killed. He's been to the Old West. He's been to the future. He's been to the past.
Because he's always resetting that same week.
And there's no downtime between part 2 and part 3. It's like he finds out, and then he goes right to Doc's house, and the next adventure begins.
I mean, dangers of a time machine, people.
But it does slow down when you get to 1885.
Yes.
He spends more time there.
I was just thinking about he's been through so much just within like a couple week period, pretty much. I mean, it's been so much for us.
It'd be interesting. Maybe there's some super fan out there that's done that, like done a day by day
of what happens,
layout of what happens throughout the whole trilogy.
Chart it.
He gets a gun. I forgot about that. Gets a gun in this one.
Oh yeah,
uses a gun. It's just he's been through so much.
And speaking of that, he relates it right back to the great thing of the '80s was the arcades.
Yeah.
So he automatically goes back to his arcade. Like, wait.
And
boom, boom.
And I not to try to jump to the final scene already, but like I like the line at the end where Doc says, the future, pretty much the future's not set.
Yeah.
So especially everything that he has gone through, it is not set from what the future was going to look like in the second one, because he has been through so much,
and he's changed things even though he didn't mean to.
And I'd say he's even grown up a lot since the Marty from the first, from 1985 Marty. He's grown up so much going through all this stuff. So this is definitely changing his life.
So the bar scene,
when
Biff comes in, and dance, Pilgrim,
what Nikkei,
Nikkei, and then he does
look at those moccasins.
He does the moonwalk,
and
you have all of that fun little scene there.
Well, and this is where we have the chase again, chasing
Yes.
from pretty much basically a mirror from the first one when he's being chased by Biff by the car. This time it's horse.
Yeah.
And except for there's a hanging.
There's no hoverboards.
No hoverboards, no technology to help him out, no skateboards, nothing. This time if Doc hadn't have been there, this would have been the end of the road for Marty.
How about that huge scope that he's got on that rifle that he uses to shoot him down?
You can tell he made that too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He made that.
Sharp shooter right there.
Oh, and let's add him getting hanged to his list
Oh,
of
yeah.
things that happened to
yeah.
him. Jeez. It's just so much happened to Marty for a 17-year-old kid.
Get a rope.
So when Clara enters
Yeah.
and her
Well,
coach is a runaway coach.
yeah.
And
Because
then
they're trying to figure out how with the whole train situation. They're like, well, maybe we can use the train. But then they find out there's a cliff there. So they're like, Marty's like, well, forget that. But then Doc's like, you're not thinking, is it fourth dimensionally
dimensionally.
again? So this is when they hear Clara screaming.
Right.
Yeah, because they thought originally when they first thinking about the coaches, they thought, well, maybe, and he even tried pulling the DeLorean with some coaches.
Yeah. And
Not enough horsepower.
Not enough horsepower.
No, and so they see Clara, and they don't even put it together at first that ravine was Shonash ravine. Was it Shonash?
Yeah, because she was a teacher that got killed, and
Yeah.
everybody talked about that ravine
And
in '85.
so they go after
Yeah.
her, and they save her from going over the cliff. So immediately they change the time right there. Immediately, I mean, it's probably not a big thing, but
Yeah.
they still change the time.
Timeline change right there.
Yeah.
Because that's when Doc and Clara are sparking. You know,
Yeah,
they're, they're smitten with each other.
Yep, they first fall in love right there. You guys got anything else? You want to go to scene 3 now?
Yeah, dude.
Okay. So, scene 3. Doc fixes Clara's telescope and meets her at the town festival. Marty and Doc pose for a picture beside the clock. Marty gets a gun, and Doc dances with Clara. But Mad Dog interrupts. Marty saves Doc from a gunshot, and Mad Dog challenges him to a duel Monday morning. So this kind of sets up where Marty is pretty much taking the place of Doc.
Yeah. Yeah. And we also talked about the love story element. So, you know, in the first one, you're trying to get the Marty's mom and dad to fall in love. All right. And in this one, it's Doc and Clara falling in love. So the power of love.
Power of love.
Bring back the song. Bring back the song.
And both of those are what changed the timeline
Yeah. Yeah.
unintentionally.
So did you guys notice that was ZZ Top at the festival?
Yeah.
Was playing the
And
guitar.
they even tip it off with the guitar spin.
Yeah.
Which I was the last time I was watching this for doing this, like I'm just sitting there and enjoying it. Like I'm just sitting there and enjoying all the elements of this movie. The festival comes and you can just sitting there and just enjoying everything. And this is also where the McFly family comes there and talks to Marty and everything. And that's another little cool split scene you see right there because you know the two Martys.
The photo is interesting too.
Yes.
Because the photo, you know, has already appeared in when they look at the old newspaper.
Yes. Yeah, it was
Remember
like
that?
in the archives or
Yeah.
of the library or whatever. And it's funny because like Doc is like, too bad we'll never be able to show this to anybody. But then, I mean, it makes sense because you can't tell anybody that you've been back there.
Yeah. And then, you know, and they got the one with that they saw that Marty was burned off of.
Yeah, because it was that's when the DeLorean gets hit by the train and burns the half of it. So we see this is where we see you know Doc and Clara dancing, and Marty is like, Doc dancing?
Yeah.
It's a side he's never seen of Doc, and this is where that guy is trying to get Marty to shoot the gun because it's a new a new brand of guns.
Yeah, it's a new Colt.
Colt. and he wants him to try it out.
Colton's new. He said he was going to make every man. What was, I can't remember the catchphrase for Colts peacemakers, but equalize every man or something like that. Yeah.
Well, and he's like, so Marty tries the gun out and he shoots all the targets, and he's like, Sonny, where'd you learn to do that? 7-Eleven.
Yeah. Which is a thing, because that was in. Remember, they had the shooting game in the 1980s cafe in part 2.
Yeah.
Which he was so good at. And
yeah.
So here it comes back.
Yeah.
So video games are not bad.
There is a point, right?
So this is where we see Mad Dog coming back into town.
Nobody calls me Yeller.
Well, and he was talking about his grandfather was talking about you could have just stepped away. You didn't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't have to get involved in it and everything. And Marty is kind of trying to take up for himself. He's like, well, nobody calls me Yella and all that stuff, and he's just really taking offense to it.
Yeah, which gets him in trouble
a lot.
I think it's also funny how Mad Dog has his posse.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Just
always,
like Biff had his, crew that ran around with him in 1955.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the guy who always wore the 3D glasses. And
well, what is it? Billy Zane? I think Billy Zane's one of his posses in the first 2.
Yeah.
I really, that's the one thing I really wish they would have done, just brought back those same guys to play his posse in the Old
posse,
West.
just give him a crazy mustache. Yeah.
But maybe that would have been too far. Too
much.
Too silly.
Too much of aha.
Yeah. So pretty much Marty saves Doc by throwing that pie tray and, hits that gun. Well, and this is where Marty gets in the line of fire of Mad Dog, and he's the one now that's going to potentially die.
Get challenged to the
Yeah.
duel.
And, Marty's not really thinking a big deal about it. He's got the gun, so he's like, nobody's going to treat me like that or whatever. So, but Doc's kind of like very worried about it. Because he's just a kid.
Yeah.
Again, he's 17 years old.
And he's not, it's a different 17 in that era,
Yeah.
like Billy the Kid and all those guys. That's about their age, or even younger.
All right, let's just move on to scene 4 then. Everyone in town thinks Marty's going to win. Doc confesses to Claire who he is and where he comes from, but she doesn't believe him, leaving him heartbroken. He has one drink and passes out. Marty faces Mad Dog, knocking him into manure. Marty and Doc race to catch the train. So it's pretty much the next morning. Marty's walking through town, and he's so confident with the gun and everything, and
Hanging on his hip.
yeah. And this is where is this where Doc he tells Marty that he decides he's gonna stay.
Yeah.
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 He's been thinking
She
about it.
she comes to his shop. I know that was earlier on.
No, that's fine.
She comes to his shop, which is very reminiscent of Leah Thompson coming
Yes.
into
Yeah, very. Yeah, I didn't think
and kind of interrupts the presentation of how they're gonna
Yeah.
time travel.
I've never really thought about how much this mirrors the first
Oh man, it's all over
like
the place. Yeah.
Really, really mirrors it.
Yeah.
So Marty tells Doc, he's like, pretty much you can't stay here. Mm-hmm. You're just gonna have to either tell her or you just leave her. And so he goes to try to tell her, but of course she thinks it's that he's just telling her a Jules Verne story or whatever.
Yeah.
And she gets mad at him, and he gets heartbroken right there. Mm-hmm. So he goes back to town and goes to the bar.
Can't hold his liquor.
Well, he starts telling everything about the future to all the bar people.
Yeah.
Just everything, and they just think he's an idiot. Mm-hmm. And
It's crazy.
yeah. And so the next morning, Marty shows up, and he's like, Doc, we gotta go. The train's gonna come. And he's like, let's do it. I'm going back to the future with you. And so he takes the one shot.
Yeah, because you think he was already drunk the way he was acting, but
Yeah.
that's the one.
Well, he spends the whole time telling his story, and the drink is still there on the
there,
bar.
yeah.
You know?
One drink.
So he takes it, and it instantly knocks him out.
Yeah. And that's when they have their face off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have the face off, and Mad Dog is trying to get Marty out of there. He's like doing a countdown, and they're at the same time they're trying to get Doc, and they do like what do they call it, the wake up juice?
Oh yeah,
The bartender makes some wake up juice.
Yeah.
And no
Got like hot sauce in it
Yeah.
and a bunch of other stuff.
Oh,
So they stick a funnel.
Sober him up real quick.
They stick a funnel in his mouth, and he's like, "All right, pour it in," and it's just like chunks. They're pouring down his throat, and he instantly wakes up, but he
passes out again.
So
What is this Mad Dog's counting down? What do I do if we don't come out? He's like, it's never happened before.
he's such an idiot. he's dumber than Biff and the original Biff. So they try to escape out the back, but his men wound up seeing Doc, and they shoot at him, and they capture him after Doc wakes back up, and Marty decides to face Biff, but I don't even think they show it him actually stuffing.
They don't.
No.
Okay.
It's a surprise.
So he goes out there, he's about to face him, and they draw. Well, Biff shoots him, and everybody thinks he's dead. Marty's dead.
Yeah.
And he's like, heh, 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 heh. And he goes over. Marty kicks the gun out of his hand, and he's like, what? And then he pulls his poncho over, and it's the steel plate of the furnace or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? And he hits Biff, punches him one more time, and that's when Biff falls into the manure. Again.
For the third time.
His family, I'm surprised he didn't just decided to go ahead and take up manure as a business. He's been in manure so much.
So many generations. He's been doused in manure.
So they come and arrest Biff for like a train robbery, or no, it was a bank robbery.
Yeah.
That's the scene they kind of just didn't really show. And it turns out there's actually a deleted scene where he kills the sheriff. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's a really cool scene. They confront him, the sheriff and his son, because his son is the principal.
Yeah. Strickland.
Yeah. So he kills him, and he says, I think it's something like he tells his son never something. It's something about being a slacker. Don't be a slacker.
Oh yeah.
Tell people don't be a slacker or something like that. It's a pretty cool deleted scene. And so that was another thing they were arresting him for. So they knock him out. They arrest him.
Train scene.
So they have to go and rush to get to the train.
Mm-hmm. I love the train scene.
It's great.
The train scene brings everything together. You got the hoverboard. You got the speed element. It's a clever workaround to get it up to 88 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Doc's invention of the booster packs.
Yes.
Booster packs of different
the
logs.
The three logs of
Yeah.
different
It's like
colors.
what is it? Red, yellow, and green. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Okay, let's add another thing to Marty's 17-year-old list. He boards a train. He robs the train, or not? He occupies the train.
Occupies the train.
So his list just keeps on building.
The whole idea of them, getting the train and then the train pushing the DeLorean in the front.
They take a separate track
Yeah,
that leads to
the
nowhere.
ravine.
Yeah.
And you got to remember
Love the whole
fourth
setup. Oh, yeah.
dimension. Even though the bridge ain't built yet, it will be in the future.
Well,
Yeah, that's right.
And this is where we first see the DeLorean with the train
Wheels on it.
which was a great reveal. Because they kind of reveal how each level of DeLorean and all the other movies. In this one, we see the final version
Yeah,
of the DeLorean,
yeah.
and it's just cool with the wagon wheels train wheels.
And he used
really cool.
he used the old tires as a bumper.
Yes, I forgot about that.
It's a clever
Yeah.
mechanic where, in part one, you've got to figure out how to get the DeLorean running in 1955 with no nuclear.
Yeah.
yeah,
And same thing here. They got to figure out a way to get it going.
yeah, it's cool.
No nuclear, no tires.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is just pure 1885 science.
Yeah.
So, even if what happens to it at the end doesn't happen, it was pretty much shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everything
yeah.
it's been through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's do our final scene because this is kind of where it ends. So, final scene: Clara chases after them. They board the train, steal it, and attach the DeLorean. Clara boards the train and nearly falls off before Doc saves her with a hoverboard.
Again.
Great. Marty travels to the future. A train destroys the DeLorean. Marty and Jennifer return to the wreckage where Doc appears with a time machine. So go ahead, Derek.
So that train scene. I love the way the hoverboard makes another appearance.
One final appearance.
Because the hoverboard was huge in part 2. Remember when he's on the back of Biff's car?
Yes.
And, of course, that was a huge way to sneak up on him. And then here, there's like a 1 in a million
Chance he
moment
catches that
when he
thing.
catches that thing with his foot.
And he's wearing cowboy boots. So, it's
yeah.
definitely the odds.
And Doc, the one catching it. Like, I would kind of believe Marty since he's been on skateboards
Yeah.
and stuff. But Doc catching it, like you said, with cowboy boots.
And even Doc's surprised it happened.
Yeah, so there's an added layer here with this. Not only do you have the train getting it up to speed, don't know if the technology will work. They what about the bridge out?
Yeah.
The added layer on this is Clara becomes a huge distraction in all of this.
Yeah.
Well, she finds the she decides to believe him because she overhears somebody talking about how destroyed he is, how destroyed Doc was about the whole situation. So she goes back to the town and finds the model of the time machine because literally it says time machine on it. So she decides to believe him. So this is when she gets a horse, runs after the train, and then decides to get on the train.
Right where they're starting.
Yeah. And so, he's like, he's like, there's no time. Let's just take her with us. And which I feel like it makes sense since she's technically supposed to be dead anyway. So I don't think it would affect any kind of space-time continuum or anything like that. So
You think about where would they have put her? The car doesn't have a backseat.
yeah, but remember they had
They put
Jennifer
in it.
in the second one.
So here again, everything changes because Doc and her are going to get together.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of got that classic Wild West feel where he rescues the damsel in distress and then they hover off into the sunset. They live happily ever after.
I feel like it's kind of sad a little bit because you're like, that's the last time we'll see Doc. I mean, if you don't know how the movie's going to end, you're like, that's the last time. Marty couldn't save him.
He hovers off with her.
Yeah. I love the train scene.
Oh, yeah,
I think it's awesome. It's shot well. I remember watching this with my son for the first time. He was just obsessed with that train scene because, I mean, if you're a kid, it's already cool. You got the DeLorean, and then you add a train on top of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you think of it for a climactic set piece to end your trilogy. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And I love how it's different. It's different from the first one.
Yeah.
We're not doing a lightning strike again.
No.
And it's not like it was in the second one.
Right.
It's just completely different, but familiar enough to where, all right, we got to get it up to 88 miles an hour. So I love it. I think it's so well shot, and it's got enough suspense and enough, I don't know, comedic slapstick in it.
Even when Marty's got to get back to the DeLorean, because all the blocks are in there, and every time it's like a different puff of smoke. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, it pushes the speed up faster.
Yeah.
And faster.
And everybody loves to see a good train wreck.
Yeah,
anyway,
absolutely.
So
so when he goes to the future, the train wrecks in the ravine. Well, he gets back to his normal time, and it's kind of ironic that the DeLorean gets destroyed by a train that just helped him get back to the
Well, let me say one thing before we move off of that. If you watch the special features of how they made it, like that's a real train. That's a life-size real train that they used
To hit it?
for filming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I think, of course, the crash and everything. Of course, that's all a model.
Model, yeah.
But they went through this elaborate process where they were searching for the right train to shoot the movie with, and then I can't remember. I have to go back and watch the DVD, but the train was on loan.
Oh, wow.
Like whoever owned it, some kind of historic
Yeah.
group, they loaned the train to them.
Oh, that's cool.
Because they're shooting this in 1988 or whatever.
Yeah. Makes sense. I mean, you don't find those trains on the road or the tracks anymore, I guess.
Yeah, you're not going to build one of
If
those.
you have access to the special features, and they may even be on YouTube, go back and watch that, and it'll explain.
Yeah, because I've got the 4K now,
Yeah.
and it's all on there.
It's kind of like what they did with Raiders of the Lost Ark, where they had to get the submarine, just like the biggest plot hole in the whole movie, right? But they had to borrow the submarine to shoot that, and it's only in the movie for just a short amount of time. But in this one, the train is huge.
It's like what, the last 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
So he goes back to his normal time, 1985. He goes and gets Jennifer, he goes back to his house, gets his truck. Everybody sees him in the cowboy gear. He goes and gets Jennifer and
Flee.
Yeah. Yes. Well, and this is where Jennifer believes everything now. Like it was all real. She thought it was just a dream about the future and everything. And so they have that chase scene.
Yeah.
Or a drag race.
When he goes to race him. Yeah.
Yeah, he decides not to. Because that tells you right there, Marty has grown up.
He's grown up.
learned.
Yeah.
Because that was the big thing in part 2, the wreck.
Yeah.
That's why he got fired.
Yeah.
Or that derailed his life.
Yeah.
So
Well, and that's what I was saying. Just everything that Marty has been through, he's grown up. He aged 10 years. Within
Who's
a
Flea's
week.
character in the second movie? Oh, man. What's that guy's name?
Well, Needles.
Needle.
Yes. Yeah, well, because he's playing. It's his young version in 1985. So yeah, he's playing the same.
And did we talk about that? How in the world did Flea
get this
of all people?
I think Robert Zemeckis knew a bunch of he knew people from different bands and stuff like that. So
and at this time, the Red Hot Chili Peppers are huge.
Oh,
and
huge.
Flea, he's in the
massive.
second one. Flea comes over the monitor. You remember?
Yeah.
Because he's telling him to cover up for him. Yeah. Before he gets fired.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember? Wasn't Tahit Flea in the Obi-Wan show? Didn't he make an appearance in the Obi-Wan show?
He's been in so much random
Yeah,
stuff.
I
dude.
feel like
remember.
he kidnapped Princess Leia in that.
We'd
or
have to
something.
IMDb that.
Yeah, it's so weird just the random movies that he makes an appearance in.
And people are like, all right, be like, ooh, that's Flea. Kids looking, who's Flea?
Yeah. I said that exact thing happened when I watched it with my son. I was like, that's Flea. And he's like, Flea? What does that mean?
Yeah.
So I had to explain it all.
All right, so the train gets destroyed, and I feel like it's kind of sad because you just see Marty just sees the time circuits just slowly dying and
Yeah.
But you knew that had to happen because Doc says a couple of times throughout,
Destroy it.
I wish I would have never invented this thing.
Yeah, and in this one he says he's going to destroy it.
Yeah.
when he gets back.
Yeah.
Well, and even in the first one, he said he's going to dismantle it. He's going to take it back to the shop and dismantle it.
Yeah.
So he takes Jennifer over to the wreckage, and she's like, "There's really nothing left." And then all of a sudden, they start seeing lights come down from the train tracks, like the arms and everything. And they're like, "What? What is that?" Boom, boom, boom! Train comes in, and it's Doc. Mm-hmm. He somehow invented a train time machine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he knew after this experiment that a train could do 88 miles an hour, I guess,
Yeah.
That's true.
It's telling Doc not to invent something is like telling water not to be wet. You know?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
got to do something with all that creativity. So I think, to me personally, I think the time traveling train is like the most outlandish thing of the entire trilogy. I get why they do it. I don't think it aged as well, but if you're a kid, you don't care about any of that. It's awesome.
And I've actually seen that train. They
if
have
I made
that
a
train.
toy.
They have that train at Universal. Like it's a life-size train. You can take it's huge. This thing is huge.
It's got the wings out.
Yes, the wings and everything.
So when the train flies, is that CG?
No,
I know.
And this
that-
is 1990, so CG is in existence.
yeah.
What do you call it?
I wonder how they did that.
Folding and stuff. That's all. See, I bet you it was like they had somebody do it on what do they call the screens when they put it over
Was
the
it
film.
like
green screen or-
rotoscoping or something?
No, they would actually hand paint them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's the name of that?
I don't. I know
Just
what you're
watch
talking
it in
about.
a documentary.
Yeah. Yes, I don't think they probably. That probably would have upped their budget even more.
I don't
Yeah.
think they
So
had
you'd-
green screens.
Yeah,
Yet.
you think 1990, there were only a few movies at that point that had actually used computers.
Like Tron, I think was one of the first
yeah,
ones.
Abyss.
And it was. Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
the next year you're going to get T2,
yeah.
which
So,
had computer.
It probably. I don't know for sure, but
Yeah.
it probably
Some of that ILM magic,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We'll have to research that.
So,
But anyway, I think that the time traveling train, it's a fun way to end the movie. Although to me, it's kind of ridiculous, but it lets you see Doc kind of come full circle. He has his family.
I like what you said there, Derek. It's a fun way to end it. I feel.
Yeah.
It's a fun way. The whole series has been fun, great. I think it's a good way to end it.
Well, and he didn't have a lot of options because he stayed in 1885. Mm-hmm. What else was there?
Right. Well, and I've thought about this for a very long time. I'll be very brief about it, but I feel like he's almost like he's left his future self plans saying, please do this, and then eventually in the future they built it and he sent it back
Yeah.
somehow. I feel like that's the only way they could do it because there's no way he could have done that in 1885. But that's just me thinking about how he would actually be able to do it for his future self to send it back. Because I mean, it's just it runs off steam.
Well, when he built it originally in 1885, which is just like the first DeLorean, and then in part 2, he went to the future and
Yeah.
had an upgrade done.
Yeah,
So he did the exact same thing with the train.
yeah,
That's
but
the way I look at it.
But with what parts though? That's what I'm saying.
If he went to the future, though,
That-
it was
but-
all upgraded.
But see, that's-
Wings and everything.
But see, that's what I'm saying though. I feel like he would have to leave notes
with
for
his kids,
future self, his
Jules
kids.
and Vern.
Yeah, I
how
feel
old
like
were they?
That was the
10.
because he couldn't have taken parts from the DeLorean in 1885.
It's supposed to be simple plot, right?
I know,
Dude.
Okay, forget it. So, all right, you guys got anything else for the final scene?
I'm good.
Okay, all right. All right, let's move on to our next category of
Did not know that.
All right, when filming the scene where Buford Mad Dog Tannen tries to lynch Marty, Michael J. Fox was accidentally hanged, rendering him unconscious for a short time. He records this in his autobiography, The Lucky Man.
Interesting.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
I did not know that.
Definitely some insurance people losing their minds on
dude.
that one.
Yeah. All right. So let's do our final category of
Hello to my little friend. Let's not play baseball.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Pizza. Dinner thing. Chicago.
Illinois Nazis. I hate Illinois Nazis.
All right, Doug, do you want to give your number one quote or favorite quote?
My favorite quote still where there was I said it earlier where he tells them his name, Clint Eastwood. Oh, that's the stupidest name. They all think it's hilarious. I thought that was great when he done that. He's talking about his name.
Derek, what about you? Favorite quote?
I think the best quote and my favorite one is the one that Doc says about the future is not written, and so make it a good future for the both of you. It's kind of his parting line
Yeah, it's
at
great.
the end to he and Jennifer, which is very similar to the final line out of Terminator 2.
I was thinking the same
It's
thing. The
almost
future's
same
not
thing.
set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost the same thing.
I'm actually, Doug, I'm gonna actually go with you. I like the whole, just that kind of whole scene of Nikkei and what kind of moccasins are those, and then the what's your name, partner, and I love the whole, just that whole
And he tried to do the stare, Clint
Eastwood.
and he tried.
What kind of dumb name is that?
Because everybody at Clint Eastwood's at like a peak right there. I mean, that would have been like him saying "Dirty Harry."
Well, you know, and there's a little comment there too about going on with the Clint Eastwood thing, where when Doc and Marty first reconnect in 1885, he's like, Doc says, "You can't go around town dressed like that.
Oh yeah,
You're gonna get shot or hanged. Who dressed you like that? You did."
Well, and did you guys just going back to that final scene? Did you notice the ravine became the Eastwood ravine?
Yeah.
Did you guys?
Oh,
notice
did
that?
it?
Yeah.
Oh, just like Twin Pines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sign changed because
She didn't.
she
die.
didn't die, but they assume he went over.
Yeah,
died,
Doc
yeah.
and Marty went over. Derek, what about the best scene for you?
Oh man, it's the train scene. Like I've already said, you know that last 20 minutes or so is just epic. It's so awesome.
Yeah, Doug, what about you?
You know, actually, I thought it was cool from the scene to where the original DeLorean got destroyed, and he come back with the train. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Derek, I'm gonna actually mirror you. I love just the whole them robbing the acquiring the train, them getting it set up for the DeLorean, the whole chase scene, the final scene. I love the train. I mean, like you said, that was such an amazing part for me when I was a kid. Them using a train, and it was just cool because I always loved old Western movies, anyways. And yeah, it was just a great scene. Doug, what about favorite character for you?
Favorite character? It'd have to be Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, okay.
No, it probably it would probably be. I thought Mad Dog was a hilarious idiot in this one.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I liked it. What I do if you don't? Come?
He was really dumb. Like,
Yeah.
really dumb.
Yeah.
Derek, what about you?
I think they almost like gave him a carte blanche, like Tom Wilson. They were just like, just do whatever you want to do with this character.
That wouldn't surprise me.
And so I think I picked him as my favorite character in the first one, and he's my favorite character again in this one.
Yeah.
Because he's just so over the top, and you really get into the.
Yeah.
And so mine goes for Biff as well, or Mad Dog.
I'm actually gonna go with Doc. I almost want to say Doc just might be. I'll go ahead and say it. I think he might be my favorite character of the entire trilogy. I love Marty in every one of them, but Doc, it seems like he kind of plays a different Doc in every. It's still Doc.
Yeah.
He plays a different Doc in every single one of them. Now, what's his name? Tom Wilson.
Tom Wilson.
I think he is the honorary best character of this entire trilogy because he plays a different character in every movie. He plays
Movies
multiple characters.
Only as good as the villain, dude.
Yeah, he
And
plays multiple.
you think
characters.
about these characters like these are career defining.
Yeah,
I don't think Tom Wilson ever had another role that even comes close to playing Biff.
no,
Same thing with Michael J. Fox. Even though he was Teen Wolf and he was in TV and
Yeah.
even though he was in other movies.
Oh,
This is what everybody-
This is it.
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
same thing with Chris Lloyd. Like, yeah, I know he was in Star Trek 3, and I know he was in some other movies along the way. Angels in the Outfield, wasn't he in that movie? And some other roles, Suburban Commando. Yes. But this one,
Yeah, the hair. Yeah.
like, you're never gonna outlive. It's like the same thing with Mark Hamill.
yeah,
You know, Mark Hamill's always
it's gonna
gonna
be
be
Luke.
Skywalker.
Yeah.
he did 3 movies, and that's what he will forever be known as Luke Skywalker. Mm-hmm. I mean, which that's
And
not
the
a bad
Joker.
thing. And the Joker, yeah,
Yeah, but more so Luke.
yeah,
So I mean, Same thing with Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
Elijah Wood is Frodo Baggins. There's no other way around it. And I think it's hard once you see him cast in such an iconic role and they nail it. It's like that is permanently drilled in your mind.
Yeah. And it's like,
And-
dude, it's like permanent. It's permanent culture.
Yeah.
That movie, I mean,
Well, and
40 years later, we're still talking about it.
I like the fact that they embrace it, because you have some of those actors out there that play these iconic characters, but then want to move on and kind of forget.
I don't want
stuff.
to be remembered just as this.
Yeah, but they embrace it all.
And this is different too than a role that many people play. Like this is not like 007,
Right.
where you have different actors over generations playing their role.
Yeah.
This is not like Batman
right.
or
Superman.
Spider-Man or where you have a character and many people step into those. This is one-off.
Right.
And I think that it can't be remade. I know we've talked about this.
I was just
You
thinking
can't
that.
make Back to the Future over again. It's one-off. Doesn't need to be done because the casting is perfect.
Right.
How do you imagine anybody else in the role?
Daniel's going to show up in your driveway in a flying DeLorean. Dad, they remade Back to the Future.
Derek,
You're gonna stop it.
You're gonna be in the nursing home, and Daniel's gonna show up. Man, look, they remade Back to the Future.
I'm going to have a heart attack and die right there.
No.
And I think this is the problem with a lot of franchises today, that they try and reboot or they're trying to put a fresh coat of paint on it.
Fail.
It's really hard to do, like Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
It's going to be really hard for that to keep going forward because you're always thinking about the original Ghostbusters.
It's too ingrained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones is the same way.
Yeah.
Who else are you going to get to play that role? My goodness. And I know they've about squeezed
Yeah, I was
every
gonna say.
drop out of Harrison Ford they can possibly do.
Yeah.
It's just, and I'll also point out like Wolverine, like Hugh
Jackman.
Jackman is Wolverine. How much are you gonna move on from that?
They'll eventually have to recast it though.
I know.
They're gonna have
Maybe
to.
it's just me, but it's I don't know. I just get stuck on that, and it's hard for me.
You think about it, there's very, very few actors that's actually like Harrison Ford. He was Han Solo
Yep.
until Indiana Jones.
Yep.
Well, and you saw how much people hated the guy that played Han Solo in the
young
prequel.
version?
Yeah, the young version.
Yeah.
People hated that so much. I thought it was a pretty good movie.
I thought he done a good job.
Yeah. I didn't have a
People
problem. with it.
hated that
Yeah.
so much because it wasn't Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
So yeah, Derek,
He was just lucky to be able to.
totally-
The only workaround is going to be AI. Maybe AI is going to be able
boy.
to somehow
I'm so sick of all this
perfectly
AI stuff.
recreate some of that. But anyway, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah. All right. All right. So, hey, everyone, if you're enjoying this podcast, please make sure to follow us on your preferred podcast app, such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and we're also available on YouTube. We really appreciate it if you could leave us a review and give us a 5-star rating. If you particularly enjoy an episode, feel free to share it with a friend. And I also want to say one last thing. Derek, you don't know this, but I was actually, that Buzz in the Tower. I want to give a shout out to Buzz in the Tower podcast. I was actually on it. They invited me to do a little
It's true.
clip on there, and
Video clip.
a video clip. And they were reviewing, or they were going over Men in Black, and so I gave my about 2 or 3 minute spiel about what I thought about Men in Black, and you can actually watch it on YouTube. They
you
sit
go.
there and watch my clip and
Say
stuff.
you can touch the famous.
It's nothing like
He is
Hey,
internet famous, people.
No, I really appreciate. Like I said, I want to give a shout out to Buzz in the Tower. Everybody go listen to their podcast. Their podcast is great. They do like 80s and 90s movies, and they're just hilarious. They sit there and kind of make fun of each other as they're reviewing the movie.
Thanks,
and,
guys, for swelling his head up bigger than it is.
But like I said, I just want to give a shout out to them. We really appreciate any kind of, anytime you guys mention us, we need it. We love it.
Check those guys out. Give them a like and subscribe, and us.
And us, yes. Thank you. All right, let's end this. right, Derek. Let's start with you. How about give us your final thoughts and score, if you would please.
So I love the entire trilogy.
And also, if you want to give your thoughts about the entire trilogy as well. Sorry.
I gave part 1 a perfect score, 5 out of 5. I came down a little bit on the second one. I think I went 4.5.
Yeah, I think so.
And I love this one as well. It's hard for me to give it a 5. I don't think I can do that. But I think I can go as far as probably like a 4.2 or so. I don't think it's as sharp as the second one. It's definitely not as complex.
Right.
But the movie is still strong. I love it. I love the way that they end it. I think this one has got a little bit more silliness in it, which I mentioned, with the train at the end, and then some of the other things that take place in the movie. It is definitely more light, but it doesn't, like that one guy said, it does not hurt the trilogy at all. I think it's a very strong way to end it. I love it. It's got a ton of rewatchability.
Yeah.
Me personally, it's just not as strong as the other two.
Yeah.
But definitely giving it a high marks, 4.5 or 4.2.
Yeah.
And a fitting way to end one of the greatest trilogies of all time.
All right. Doug, score and final thoughts.
Final thoughts. I'm with Derek on that. The first one is definitely, I think I gave it a perfect score also. But for me, it's hard to separate 2 from 3 because it's just like one big movie. If you're going to watch 2, you need to watch 3.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right behind it. So I would say it's definitely a good way, the way they tied everything up and ended it, and they did a great job the way it was all edited and everything. But I would say, man, it's
tough, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't. Really
you're splitting
separate
hairs
it.
at this point.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. I'm gonna say a 4.5.
4.5?
Is that what you gave the second
That's
one?
what I gave the second one.
Yeah.
Because it really, they're bookends.
Yeah.
The first one could actually stand alone if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And 2 and 3 could be their own. It might have been. Nowadays, it's nothing to have a 3-hour movie or 3.5.
Well, you could almost say like they made the first one, and then 20 years later they decide to make a sequel.
Yeah.
And this second and third one is what they decided to do.
Yeah.
Which
is great.
Yeah.
I loved it. It's an awesome trilogy, and there's no other trilogies I know of out there that could withstand and stand up as long as this one has.
Right. Yep. I've actually always loved this movie. I'm going to be kind of short and sweet here because you guys have said so many amazing things about this movie, but I personally, I'm going to give this one a 5 because I think, like you said, you can't watch this. I feel like you can't watch the second one without go ahead and concluding it and watching the third one as well. I love this trilogy. Let me go ahead and add that up. But I think this is a perfect movie trilogy. I don't think any other trilogy, in my opinion, stands up to the Back to the Future trilogy.
So you put Back to the Future above Star Wars?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
I thought that's where you were going.
I just want to get that out there for public consumption.
Yeah, because I don't know. There's just something rewatching these recently because I've watched them my entire life. Huh?
It's gonna start throwing shade on you, dude.
But I think this is a perfect trilogy, and I don't think any other trilogy can stand up to this one. I know there are other amazing, perfect trilogies.
Don't back up now.
But I think this one is above all of them. So I'm gonna give the entire trilogy a 5 out of 5.
Stick.
But let's see what we got here. So we get a 4.5 for this one.
Okay, so that's
Which is good.
That's an average for a 9 out of 10. Then,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Which is higher than what IMDb and other people gave it.
Yeah.
So, all right. You guys got anything else? You want to wrap it up? Let's wrap it up.
Yep, Back to the Future, obviously one of the greatest trilogies of all time. Beloved, highly esteemed, doesn't ever need to be remade. And it will never, it was lightning in a bottle.
Yes.
Something like that may never happen again.
And if you haven't seen it,
What
and
are
you've
you
been
doing
listening
with
to
your life?
us,
And I'll
by
go ahead
some
and
weird thing, you've actually listened to this, or go watch it, dude. Spend some time, open your mind, and go watch it.
well, and I'll go ahead and say I've probably seen this trilogy more than any other trilogy out there. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of trilogies I love, but this one is just like,
Well, we lived in the beautiful era when they would replay these on repeat certain times of the year, all year. I mean, it was always one of them were on, it seemed like.
and we've talked about this. I'm pretty sure I've had every single version that's come out, like a VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. Now I bought the 4K, and I'm pretty sure I even have it on digital from one of these versions.
Next step's an implant in your eye.
It's just playing 24/7 in my eye. All right. That's all for today's episode, folks. We hope you enjoyed our travel to the Old West in the world of 1990s Back to the Future 3. Join us next time on Video Rental as we tackle another classic movie. Until then, stay cinematic and remember, your future hasn't been written yet. No one's has. Your future is whatever you make it, so make it a good one. Both of you.